Hello, everybody. I'm excited, can you tell? Because it is family, royal family. Come, let's discuss them. Okay, I'm excited today because this is something that actually is exciting for me. I want us to discuss Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and the English royal family. And then we are going to correlate the whole story as it affects the African, particularly Nigerian marriage and household. Hi guys, I'm Nifesiayo and welcome to this channel. If this is your first time, thank you for coming. Keep it locked on, and if you're a returning subscriber, much love to you and yours. All right, let's start. So Oprah Winfrey decided to interview the ex-royal household family. I'm talking about former Prince Harry and former actress Meghan Markle. They recently had, it's not a recent thing, it happened last year. They decided that they wanted to step down from their role as a royal family member. And the British media took it all up. And as if that was not enough, they decided to sit down for a 2-hour interview with American media mogul Oprah Winfrey. And that has broken literally the internet, with hashtag Prince Harry, Meghan, Oprah trending in every country worldwide. Now let's talk about it. In that interview, Meghan Markle said there were issues concerning the complexion of her child, how dark her son actually would be. There were issues concerning depression. She was suicidal because of the way the British media painted her. There were issues about her cradling a baby bump. At the point she said she was suicidal, and that when the royal family, when they removed their security and all of those things, they were stranded in California, and legendary actor and producer Tyler Perry had to come to their aid. He offered them his home in California, and not only that, he offered them his security, full detailed security, so they would have somewhere to be while they plan their new strategy now that they are commoners like myself and you. Now that interview has packed a lot of stories. People are like, Nigerian men, you would never catch a Nigerian man supporting his wife the way Harry is supporting Meghan Markle. And some people on the flip side are saying, hey, Meghan Markle is a feminist, I stand. And now she wants to take down the British monarchy. And it's like she's painting them as white supremacists. You know that there's racism, of course, in the abroad. Now let's come back to our own country here in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. We have tribalism. Yeah, that is, there's colorism. And then there's the issue of family matters. That's why I'm actually excited, because that is what I want us to discuss today. Now, let's talk about it. A typical Nigerian man marries a Nigerian woman, whatever tribe you are, and they tell the woman that you're not just married to the man, you're marrying his family, the household. Now, let's say that is what happened with Meghan. She married into the royal family. So, of course, the rules that comes with being a royalty applies to her. You do not sleep before Queen Elizabeth sleeps. You do not eat or dine before Queen Elizabeth sits to eat on the table. There are so many things you cannot do, your outfit. There are so many times she defied those odds. And that's one of the reasons they feel like the British media is against her. Not only that, she comes and then says that Prince Harry should leave his family, his heritage, everything he was built into, everything he has ever known, to become a common man like myself. Now, let's talk about Nigerian household. If you're married to a woman and then she's like, okay, I don't understand what's going on in your family, or your family members never accepted me, they've not accepted me. We don't cut people off. It is this woke generation that is saying, if you're toxic, if you're this, I'll cut you off. I'll cut you off. You lose contact with those people. Nigerians, we don't do that thing. We don't cut people off. Now, you're telling a man, would you see a Nigerian man who would actually say, I'm cutting off my family ties because of a woman? I stand by that man. And people are saying that was what Peter did. Remember the breakup of, people call us Paul and Peter. P-Square decided to break up when there was rumor about Lola Omotayo being a Yoruba, P-Square being an Igbo man, and the relationship between them and their mother, the Peter's mother never liked Lola Omotayo, and then he decided, I'm going to stick with my wife and mother of my children. This is my family now. Every other person becomes extended family. For crying out loud, because if they ask their child, now if I'm married, and they ask my child, what does your nuclear family consist of? She will not mention my mom. He will not mention my mom. He's going to mention myself, my husband, and him or her, the children. That's how it's supposed to be. So if you ask you as a married man, your nuclear family, will you gonna mention your mommy and daddy in their whatever house they might be? They might even be dead. What if they're not alive? You now still be claiming them as nuclear family members. That is what the problem is now. It's like it's a trending topic, apparently, with different celebrities bringing their opinion. Toke Makinwa comes to say, as a Nigerian female, if you have ever in your life or existence ever spoken up against your relative or your brother's wife, that she's doing this, she's doing that with her husband, you do not have a right to say anything concerning the Harry, Meghan, Oprah saga. As a Nigerian mother, as an African mother, if you have ever blamed your son's wife for not coming to visit you, you cannot say anything concerning this issue, because charity, they say, begins at home. You need to look at the matter as it concerns you as a person first. As a Nigerian man, this is food for thought for us. Would you be ready to desist? Even biblically, it's supposed to cleave to another woman. If you're tired to cleave, would you be ready to indeed use scissors like we do every New Year, cut off bad vibe among your family members? Because on the flip side now, what happens, according to Reno Omokri, that man talks, he now said, what would happen if at the end of the day, Meghan decides to divorce Harry 10 years along the line after he's given up his royal? But then these guys are well established. Did you know that following in the footsteps of Prince Andrew, Prince Harry and Meghan has an estate of their own that makes them money steady, even before they left the royal family? They made sure that from the things in the royal household, the privileges they had at that time, they took advantage of it and established themselves somewhere else, such that even now, 10 years down the line, these guys cannot be poor. These guys cannot be stranded. They can't fall into a situation where Harry would want to go and grovel with his grandmother. And then the royal household has issued a statement. I like how democratic and diplomatic they were. You know what they said? They didn't even specifically say anything. They just said it's been brought to their attention what has happened, first off, and that they understand that perception differs. So they neither denied or affirmed everything Meghan Markle implied in that interview, or Harry implied. Harry was like, he's worried what happened to his mother would happen to his wife. The media, the black backlash and all of those things. They simply said people's memory differ. So it's possible, I mean, communication, the way the receiver would take the information is different from the way sometimes the speaker means. That's what they just said. And then they finished it. They said it's a private matter and they will deal with it privately. The end. Literally, though, they put